Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today we're going to be doing my wrap-up for the LGBTQIA readathon. George Lester was the host. I will link his wrap-up video down below. Let's dive into these 3 books that I finished. First, The Night Watch. This is by Sarah Waters. I gave this book 3.5 stars. In comparison to Fingersmith, that's what it was, and that's why I rated it as such. I enjoyed it, I liked it, I tolerated certain aspects of it, but it wasn't the same as Fingersmith for me. It didn't just grab me and bring me into this world that I loved. I definitely enjoy it and recommend it, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. If you're going to start with the Sarah Waters, start with Fingersmith. The premise of this book is it takes place in London in the 1940s, right during the World War II era. So it starts off in 1947 and it backtracks all the way back to 44, and you explore the lives of these people through the war and how they came to the point where they are now after the war. The characters you follow are Viv, who's having an affair with a married man, Duncan, who is a factory worker after having a prison sentence, Helen and her partner Julie, who are in the middle of rough times, and Kay, who dresses in mannish clothes and is just kind of unhappy with her life. You explore these characters, you follow them, you get to know them, and you experience them. I think it's the most fleshed out as far as character development that I've seen from Sarah Waters so far, but I highly recommend it and I really enjoyed it. That I can cut. Next on my reading was Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. This one really made me cry. Solid 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. I think it is a really great place to start with Jeanette Winterson. It is semi-autobiographical, if I'm correct, and it is about her experience having a mother who is highly religious and how she treats her daughter when she finds out she's gay and tries to perform an exorcism. It has fairy tale elements, it has a love of stories, it has a love of fairy tales. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. I highly recommend it, and I think that it's a really great and interesting story to discuss gay relationships, to discuss coming into your own sexuality. Then we have Kelly Gardner's Goddess, which this one was probably my most disappointing. It's a 3-star read, but it still was my most disappointing. I went into it with highly high expectations, and unfortunately I was let down. This is the story of This is the story of Julie, a young girl born in Versailles who is raised by her single father and is raised to be a fencing kind of artistic and sassy little girl. She has very male-like qualities to her, especially for this time period, and she is raised to encourage herself to fight like a man and to behave like a man in certain ways, but also to be very ladylike and operatic and beautiful and perfect. There's a lot of contrasting gender stereotypes in this story. There is a lot of romance in it, and it's a bisexual romance, so it goes both ways. It had a really interesting plot and a premise. I just didn't think the execution was exactly how I would have liked it to have been. It's written in the style of a woman giving confession to a priest, which I really enjoyed from the beginning, but then as I kind of got more into the story, I wanted it to either go a different route, or I wanted it to be more, I don't know, I just wanted more from it. So that was how I felt about that. So yes, those are the 3 books that I read for the LGBTQIA readathon, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!